there, you're Alex, right? Just wanted to let you know. You might think you're the only woman in Carter's life, but the truth is that I've been seeing him for a while now. Honestly, I didn't even have to try that hard. Poor Carter was just so bored, and then he met me. So yeah, sorry you had to find out this way, but you kinda deserve to know. Hello? Anything to say? Or are you just shocked that someone like me could steal your man? I mean, I would be too if I were you. You've got to admit it though. I'm younger, hotter, more fun. It's just obvious. No competition. So, come on, don't keep me waiting.
Hi. Sorry, I think I missed something. Who is this again?
Wow, you're really gonna pretend you don't know? Classic denial. Ugh, look, it's May, the May, Carter's real girlfriend now. But hey, don't worry, I'm not here to fight. I just wanted to be the bigger person and tell you straight up. Carter's mine now, and permanently.
I don't think you really needed to tell me any of this.
Oh my god, you're so calm, it's almost creepy. What, you seriously didn't see this coming? Come on, babe, you must have known he was drifting. Always working late, always busy, never touching you anymore. Ring any bells?
I don't think you know who you're talking to.
Stop it, you're embarrassing yourself. This isn't some mystery. You're Alex, Carter's girlfriend. You think you're so chill and above it all, but really, you just sound pathetic. Girl to girl, let go. Let him go before you make this worse for yourself. You deserve better than a guy who's already mine.
You're clearly very confident in yourself. That's impressive, but I'm still not sure what you want me to do with all this.
I want you to break up with him. What else would I want? Why else would I waste my time texting you?
Well, that's going to be difficult.
Excuse me? Difficult? You don't think I'm worth it?
That's not what I said.
Then what did you mean?
I mean exactly what I said. You telling me all this won't change anything.
God, you are so stuck in your own little world. Do you even realize what's happening right now? Your boyfriend, a man, is sleeping with me. And I'm not going to stop just because you're having a little emotional breakdown over it. Do you want me to apologize or something? Because that's not happening.
No, I don't want an apology. I want you to stop wasting your time. This conversation isn't going to go the way you think.
Oh, wow. So you're really not going to give up, huh? That's kind of sad. I knew you'd be the clinging type. Carter told me you were weirdly obsessed. Said you were always snooping through his phone, begging for attention. Now I see he wasn't exaggerating.
I think you've made some pretty big assumptions.
You really think he's gonna pick you over me? Sorry to break it to you, sweetheart, but Carter's already made his choice. I'm his girl now. You need to accept that.
Right, so if that's the case, why are you here texting me?
Because you're the last loose end. I need you to back off so we can move on. He told me he's still got stuff to sort out with you, and I'm not okay with that. So I'm sorting it out for him. You're welcome, by the way.
Look, I don't think talking to me is going to get you what you want.
Then who should I be talking to? Should I just show up at your place and settle this face to face?
If you think that'll help, but I doubt it.
You are so frustrating. I'm literally handing you an out, and you're just sitting there acting all zen or whatever. Take the hint. Move on. Carter is mine. Just thinking about our talk last week, I really appreciated you listening. I know it wasn't exactly a light conversation, but I think I really needed it.
Of course, I'm glad you reached out. I mean it. You've always been easy to talk to, and, well, I've known Carter a long time, but I've never been blind to his flaws.
Honestly, you're probably the only person I felt comfortable saying all that to. He doesn't really have a ton of close friends, just you. And sometimes I feel like everyone else just ignores the warning signs. I'm the only one seeing them.
I get that. He's good at putting on a show. Always has been. Charm first, depth later, if ever.
You said it, not me. So, how has he been since we talked?
Same as always, honestly. Still pretending like everything's fine.
God, it's maddening. I keep thinking maybe I'm wrong, maybe it's in my head, and then, boom, another stupid lie about where he was. Last night he said he was working late, but I know for a fact his office closes at 6. He's not even trying anymore.
I'm sorry, that's exhausting. I wasn't sure if I should bring this up, but something happened yesterday.
Okay, what kind of something?
Someone messaged me out of the blue. Her name was May.
May? That name sounds weirdly familiar. Wait, yes! May went to school with Carter, like from elementary all the way through high school. He used to talk about her sometimes. I never actually met her. We didn't overlap. We met in college, remember?
Right, yeah, I remember now. He mentioned her a few times back then, too.
Yeah, he did that a lot. Said she had this unreal body, like it was her defining trait. I used to laugh it off, but it made me feel gross. Like I was just some bland placeholder until he found the real deal.
He told me the same thing. This girl from my hometown, legs for days, insane curves, I swear she wasn't real, that kind of crap.
Oh my god, yep, word for word. What is it with guys and describing women like they're shopping for cars?
It's gross and weirdly possessive. He used to say their parents were close, so he never made a move, but you could tell he was obsessed.
So let me guess, he finally made that move at some high school reunion or whatever?
That's what I'm guessing, because yesterday, she messaged me.
What? Seriously? May just texted you? Why you of all people?
I think it was the name thing. She meant to message you, but since Carter has both our numbers, yeah.
I mean, okay, but still, that's weird. Doesn't she know how to check who she's talking to?
Probably not. Here's the thing. I've been debating on whether or not I should tell you this, but I feel like it's relevant now. Carter has you saved in his phone as A cup.
You're joking. Please tell me you're joking.
I wish I were.
What the actual hell? I am not an A cup. I am a proud, balanced, completely average B.
I figured that wasn't the main issue, but yeah.
It's the disrespect, Alex. That's what gets me. Like it's not enough to cheat. He's got to belittle me while he does it.
Believe me, I'm with you. So, anyway, I didn't tell her she had the wrong number.
You sly little devil. That is brilliant. Let me guess. She spilled everything?
Pretty much. She was so eager to rub it in. It was almost funny if it weren't so awful.
I can't decide if I'm furious or impressed. Probably both.
I figured if she was gonna talk, might as well let her. You deserve to know.
Thanks, seriously. You've always been the only one around him who doesn't treat me like I'm invisible. I don't know what I'm going to do yet, but at least I'm not in the dark anymore.
I wanted to check in because I wasn't sure how you were holding up. If you're thinking about leaving, I mean.
I've thought about it. A lot, honestly. But if you're asking whether I'd be okay, yeah, I'd be okay. I've got a good job, a stable income. And my parents, oh, they'd build me a second house if I asked. I'm not going to go crying into a pile of debt if that's what you're worried about.
I'm glad. Not that this situation doesn't suck, but knowing you'd land on your feet helps.
Same here. Just, I wish it didn't have to come to this. I wanted to believe he was better than this.
I know, I did too.
So what now? You think she'll message you again?
Probably. I think she thinks she won, so I doubt she's done gloating.
Lovely. Well, when she does, keep the receipts, and, maybe keep pretending to be me just a little while longer.
I was planning to. If she keeps talking, I'll keep you updated. Promise.
me insane? How long do you plan on stringing this out? Just break up with Carter already.
Hi again. I'm sorry. Can you remind me what this is about?
Are you kidding me right now? You're seriously going to pretend you forgot? Okay, well, I guess then I'm just gonna have to make it even more clear to you. I'm pregnant. Like, actually, medically, clinically pregnant.
What?
I went to the OBGYN yesterday and I am 3 months along. 3 months. That means this baby is real. This isn't a scare, maybe whatever. It's happening.
Wow, that's a lot to take in.
Yeah, no kidding. Do you know how terrifying that is, being pregnant while your man is still officially with someone else? All while you're still acting like you have no idea what's going on.
I don't know what you want me to say. I wasn't expecting you to drop that on me today.
Well, guess what? Not everything revolves around your emotional convenience. I'm dealing with nausea, cravings, weird smells making me gag, and I still have to convince Carter to man up and marry me before this baby arrives. And you're still clinging to him like some lovesick puppy.
May, you've said this before, but I really can't break up with Carter.
Why not? What is your deal? What is stopping you? You don't even act like you love him. All you have to do is tell your little boyfriend he's free. That's it. Just open the cage door and let him fly to me. You can move on. You'll be fine. You're not even that cute. You'll find someone else eventually.
This is starting to get a little strange.
Strange? You think I'm the one being strange? You're literally sabotaging a future family, a baby. You're holding on to a man who clearly doesn't want you anymore. Just because what? You're selfish? Or you think you'll win if you wait him out?
May, I really need you to pause for a second. I think there's been a major misunderstanding.
Oh my God, what now? What are you going to say this time? That it's complicated again? Just say you'll break up with him so I can move on with my life. I am literally carrying his child.
I'm a guy.
What?
I'm a man, a guy, a whole male human person. It seemed to me like you were under the impression I was someone else, so I let you run with it. I'm sorry for not saying something earlier, but I had my reasons for not making it clear to you before.
Wait, you're a guy? You're not joking. This isn't like some weird metaphor or something.
Nope, not a metaphor, fully male. Also, for the record, not dating Carter, not into Carter. Not into guys at all, as in, I like girls.
Wait, I don't understand. Carter said he was seeing someone named Alex.
And he is.
Then who the hell are you?
I'm his friend. We went to college together. I'm the other Alex. I assumed you found my contact by mistake. You said Alex, and I thought, oh no.
Oh no is right. Why didn't you tell me sooner? You let me go on and on like a crazy person. You sat there all smug while I laid everything out.
In fairness, I was a little stunned at first, and then... you were really committed to the drama. I didn't want to interrupt.
That is evil. You're evil. You're a manipulative little goblin. That's what you are.
I prefer strategically passive, but sure.
Ugh. Okay, but wait. Why was your name even in his phone like that? If there are two Alexes, how was I supposed to know which was which?
Fair question, but did you happen to see any of the other names in his contact?
No, I just saw Alex and clicked. That's why I texted you.
Okay, well here's the thing. The other Alex isn't saved as Alex. He saved her under the name A Cup.
Excuse me?
Look, I don't know what to tell you. Apparently that was his way of keeping us apart in his contacts. You and the other Alex have the same name. He needed a label.
That's disgusting. That is so disgusting. Wait, so she's the one he's dating? She's the Alex?
Yeah, her name is Alex. We call her Lex sometimes, but her legal name's the same as mine.
Huh. Well, I guess that explains why he always seems so eager to meet up with me. If this other Alex is really an A cup, then that means I've got about 3 letters on her.
For the record, she says she's a B cup. She was very clear on that point.
Oh my god, who cares? Whatever size she is, she's irrelevant now. I need to talk to her. She has the wrong idea, and I need to fix that. She needs to let go and let Carter step up for his child. So, give me her number, please.
It's not that simple.
Of course it's that simple. You are seriously acting like this is some huge life-altering dilemma. Carter just needs to end things with her. Clean break. Done. He walks away, I raise the baby, everyone wins. You're making this 10 times more dramatic than it needs to be.
May, I need you to stop talking for a second. She's not his girlfriend. She's his wife.
Excuse me? What do you mean wife? You said girlfriend before. I distinctly remember you saying girlfriend. Huh?
You probably assumed that. I never said it. Carter and Alex have been married for 8 years. They have 3 kids.
No, that's not true. He never told me that. Never. He said they were dating. He told me she wouldn't move out, that she was obsessed with him. He said she was cold and distant and just using him for money. Why would he say all of that if she was his wife?
May, come on. You really expect me to believe you had no clue?
Yes, that's exactly what I'm saying. If I had known he was married, I wouldn't have gotten involved. I'm not that kind of person.
Look, I know denial when I see it, and I also know what screenshots look like.
What?
You knew months ago. Her name is on the lease, on all the holiday cards, on every package at their door. And I guarantee you've seen at least one framed photo of their wedding. You don't just miss that, not if you're around regularly.
I didn't think that meant they were married. Maybe she was just clinging to the past. Maybe she was refusing to leave. He said she was delusional.
No, he's the delusional one, and he let you believe whatever made him look like the victim. Meanwhile, Alex, the real Alex, is already moving.
What does that mean? What do you mean she's moving?
I told her everything after our last conversation. I let her know exactly who you were.
You what? Are you insane? That wasn't your business. I confided in you. You betrayed me.
You sent me a bragging message about cheating with a taken man. I didn't owe you anything. I owed the actual victim the truth.
You're so smug. You sit there like some morally superior guardian angel, but you're just a snitch, a vindictive little troll who likes to watch people suffer.
If I wanted to see you suffer, I would have told you what else happened.
What else happened?
Carter's parents found out, and this morning they spoke with your parents.
What? You're lying. That's a lie. There's no way they know. I talked to my mom just this morning and she said nothing.
She might not have said anything today, but she sure told you by text several months ago. Your mom told Carter's parents that she warned you. She told you Carter was married. She didn't know about the kids, but she definitely knew about the marriage.
No. That's not true. My mom wouldn't do that. She would never throw me under the bus like that.
She didn't throw you under anything. She showed them proof. Texts, screenshots, timestamps, dates, your replies. She told you weeks ago to back off. You responded, and I quote, "She doesn't deserve him anyway." You want the screenshots? I have copies too.
Stop! Just stop! I can't deal with this right now. I'm going to be sick.
Take a breath. I suggest peppermint tea.
You ruined everything. This was going to be a fresh start. I was going to be a wife, a mother, everything I wanted. And now it's all ruined because you couldn't keep your mouth shut.
No, it's ruined because Carter couldn't keep anything in his pants. Don't put this on me.
I need you to fix this. Fix this! I don't care how, just do something! He already has 3 kids? What am I supposed to do with that? How are we supposed to have a future when he's already tied down with someone else's brats?
They're his kids, not someone else's. And I don't know. That's your mess to figure out. I don't have the answers.
Oh, wow, thanks. Great help. So supportive. You're heartless. You really are. You pretend you care about people, but you're cold as ice. I hope someone betrays you one day. See how you like it.
Betrayal would require I be foolish enough to sleep with a married person. I'm not, so I think I'm safe.
You are so infuriating. Just give me her number. I'll explain everything, woman to woman. I'll tell her about the baby. She'll understand if I can just talk to her.
She already knows, and she understands perfectly. That's why she's filing for divorce. You're not gonna guilt her into anything.
Hello, how are you doing? Oh, Bria, I'm doing great. The morning sickness is finally eased up, so I'm feeling much better now. That's wonderful to hear. You're 6 months along now, right? It won't be long before we get to meet the little one. How exciting! Yes, it's really exciting. My husband is just as excited. In fact, yesterday he bought a soccer ball for the baby. Oh, wow, your husband's really getting ahead of things, huh? But I totally get it. I'm looking forward to meeting my nephew, too. I'll be sure to pray for an easy delivery for you. Thank you so much. By the way, do you have a minute? I actually wanted to ask you about something. Oh, what is it? What's on your mind? Well, I was wondering if you'd like some baby clothes. They're hand-me-downs from my little one. Wait, what? Hand-me-downs? Yeah, they're clothes we got as gifts for my first child. But now that the younger one is already in preschool, they've just been sitting around unused. They're still in great condition, so I couldn't bring myself to throw them out, especially since they were gifts. I thought it would be better to give them to you or even to Kylie since she's also pregnant. I thought maybe you two could use them. I'll send you some photos, and if you like any of them, just let me know. I'll check with Kylie as well before sending them. I don't need them. Please don't try to push your old things on me. What? Hand-me-downs are just that, old, worn-out things, and they're kind of gross. You don't know what's been on them or what they've been through, so it's just unpleasant to me. Please don't try to give me things like that. But I checked them all. There are no noticeable stains, and they haven't been worn that much. They're still in great condition. But they're still secondhand, aren't they? I want to dress my baby in brand new clothes, not in someone else's old things. Do you think my baby would be fine in someone else's hand-me-downs? No, that's not what I meant at all. I've noticed this about you for a while now. Just because you were the first to get married and have the first grandchild, you look down on me thinking I'm too old to be getting married or pregnant now. That's why you're okay with trying to push your old clothes onto me, isn't it? That's not how I feel at all. I just thought it might be helpful, that's all. Well, I don't need them. I'm the eldest daughter-in-law, so I'm the one with more status here, you know. I got married while I was still in school, and I don't need handouts from someone who hasn't even had much life experience. If you want to give them away, how about to your brother? He's the type to take anything, even old rags. That's not fair. Kylie is kind and full of energy. She's a really good person. She's probably just not thinking things through. Anyway, I don't want any of your trash. If you want to pass them on, go give them to someone else. I understand. I'll leave you alone then. Sorry. I was wondering, if you wouldn't mind, would you like to take some of my baby clothes? They're hand-me-downs, but they're almost all unused because they were gifts for my little one. I haven't really used them, and it feels wasteful to just throw them away. If you're okay with it, of course. Wait, really? You're offering me those? Yes, I'll take them. Absolutely. I'd love to have them. Oh, you'll take them? Oh, I'm so glad. Actually, I asked Chelsea about them earlier, but she said she didn't want any hand-me-downs. I was worried you might feel the same way, but looks like that's not the case. Not at all. I'm more than happy to accept. I've heard babies go through clothes so quickly. They get dirty and need to be changed all the time. So the more clothes, the better. It's honestly such a huge help. Thank you so much. I'm so glad to hear that. I'll send them over without any hesitation then. Honestly, I was planning on sharing them with Ichika, but since Chelsea refused, I'll just share everything with you. I'll try to pick out the nicest ones, but if any don't suit your tastes, feel free to send them back with the shipping paid on your end. Are you sure? Oh, thank you so much, Kylie. I promise I'll take good care of them and make sure to dress my little one in them when they arrive. Thank you. That really makes me happy to hear. I'll get them ready to ship tomorrow. Yay, thank you. I'm so excited. Elliot, wait, hold on a second. What is it, Chelsea? Looks like you've been calling me a lot. What's going on? What the heck is this? What's going on here? What are you talking about? I have no idea what you mean. The hand-me-downs from the other day. I saw something on Kylie's social media today, and what was that? Baby clothes from Bond Point and all those luxury brands? What's going on? Well, as I mentioned before, those are from a friend of mine. She's been working overseas and was thrilled when my baby was born. She gave me a bunch of baby clothes and toys from high-end brands. The ones I gave Kylie were all from that friend of mine. No way. But those clothes looked brand new. They weren't worn out or full of holes. How is that possible? They must be over 5 years old. Well, this is a bit embarrassing to admit, but they're expensive items, so I kept them aside to use at the right time. But I ended up keeping them so carefully that my baby outgrew them before I could use them. So they're mostly brand new and unused, actually. What? Well, if I'd have known, I would have wanted them too. Why didn't you tell me they were from luxury brands? I'll take anything. Baby clothes, toys, stuffed animals, whatever. Send them to me right now. Well, I already sent them all to Kylie. I don't have anything left here. I don't have anything for you. Huh? Why don't I get anything? That is so unfair. But didn't you say you didn't want any hand-me-downs? You said they were dirty and you didn't want secondhand clothes. You told me not to give you any garbage. But I didn't know they were this nice. If I had known they were brand new and from luxury brands, I would have asked for them. You should have told me sooner. I'll take anything at all. No. I'm still using some of the toys, so I can't give those away either. What? Oh, this is awful. You're favoring your sister-in-law so much. This is the lowest thing you could do. Chelsea, I've been holding back because I didn't want to cause you stress during your pregnancy, but your behavior is just selfish. What did you just say? When I offered the clothes, you said, I don't want them, they're dirty. Now that you know their brand name, you're upset that I didn't give them to you. Your behavior sounds like a child throwing a tantrum. You're an adult, so you should know that kind of behavior doesn't work. Well, if I had known from the start that they were brand name, I wouldn't have said that. So what should I have done? Should I have asked you, hey, these are brand name, is that okay? Wouldn't that have sounded condescending? Well, I guess. Enough, I'm done here. I'm a young wife with little social experience, and I don't have the patience to deal with your selfish, rude attitude. I don't have anything to give you, whether it's brand name or not. If you want something, go buy it yourself. You're the eldest daughter-in-law, so don't come asking me for handouts. Goodbye. Wait, I'm sorry. I really am. I shouldn't have said all that. I didn't mean it, really. I've just been feeling down, and I was so envious of you, your youth, and how you're having a baby. I felt so miserable about myself being older and still having a baby. And with the pregnancy blues, I ended up taking it all out on you. Pregnancy blues are tough, but that doesn't give you the right to disrespect your sister-in-law or throw hurtful words at me. Talking badly about Kylie? I'm genuinely upset with you right now. I don't want to see your face again. But... For now, we'll keep our interactions to a minimum. We'll stay polite, but distant. I won't be contacting you unless absolutely necessary, at least until I'm ready to let this go. Do you understand? I'm so sorry, Elia. Please forgive me. I didn't mean to be like this. I could tell immediately that her words lacked sincerity. They were nothing more than justifications, attempts to shift the blame away from her. After the third or fourth message, I had had enough. I turned off the notifications and just left them there, unread, to gather dust. The messages kept coming, but I wasn't interested. At that point, I figured there was no need to engage. I had already made my decision. Until the baby arrived, I would keep things on the back burner and ignore any further attempts at negotiation or explanation. I didn't need to respond to every message, especially when they weren't getting to the heart of the matter. I wanted to focus on what really mattered at the time, which was preparing for the arrival of my child and dealing with the reality of the situation in a way that didn't involve Chelsea's apologies. I thought that would be the end of it. I assumed that after a few weeks things would calm down and I wouldn't hear from her again. But to my surprise, the very next day Chelsea showed up at my door, and not alone, she was with my brother. They stood there together. As soon as I saw them, I knew something was different. Chelsea was visibly upset, and my brother had this look of regret on his face. Chelsea started talking almost immediately, her voice shaking. I could barely make out the words at first, but eventually it became clear. She was apologizing, genuinely apologizing, and this time with tears in her eyes. She kept saying how sorry she was and that she had realized the extent of her mistake. I could see that she was remorseful, though I didn't know if it was because of the consequences or because she genuinely felt bad for her actions. Either way, the fact that she was there, in person, speaking directly to me, showed that she had taken some responsibility for what had happened. As Chelsea spoke, my brother didn't say much. He just stood there quietly, looking somewhat ashamed. It seemed that he had already been through this with their parents. From what I gathered, my brother had told their parents everything that had happened. He had been the one to explain the full extent of the situation to them, and unsurprisingly, their parents had been upset. I could only imagine how angry they must have been, especially considering that Chelsea was their daughter. But in a way, I was glad that my brother had taken that step, that he had been open with his parents. It wasn't easy, but it seemed like the right thing to do. Watching Chelsea stand there, reduced to tears and full of regret, had an odd effect on me. My initial anger, which had felt so strong just days before, started to dissipate. It wasn't that I had forgiven her completely, it wasn't that simple. But seeing her vulnerable like that made me think about things from a different perspective. She had made a huge mistake, and she had hurt me, but she was human. She was flawed. And maybe, just maybe, she was beginning to understand the gravity of her actions. As much as I wanted to hold on to my anger, I couldn't ignore the fact that no real harm had been done. Yes, her words had been hurtful, and yes, she had crossed a line. But in the end, there had been no lasting damage. The things she had said weren't easy to forget, but they weren't impossible to move past. There was no reason to create a rift between myself and my brother and his family over this. He and his wife were good people, and I didn't want to let a single mistake on Chelsea's part tear our relationship apart. I told her that if she was truly sorry, then I would accept her apology, but I also made it very clear that this was the one and only time I would tolerate something like this. I wasn't going to let her off the hook entirely, but I also didn't want to punish her indefinitely. I simply needed to know that she understood the weight of what had happened. She needed to know that if something like this ever happened again, there would be no second chances. Next time, there won't be one, I said firmly, looking directly at her, making sure she understood the gravity of my words. I wanted her to know that this wasn't something I could just brush off. It had hurt, and it had shaken me in ways I wasn't ready to admit, but I wasn't going to let it destroy my relationship with my brother or my family. To her credit, Chelsea nodded, wiping away her tears. She said she understood and promised that nothing like this would ever happen again. I wasn't sure if she truly understood what she was agreeing to, but I had to trust her words for the time being. I wasn't in the habit of holding grudges, and I didn't want to carry that weight any more than I had to. The tension in the room slowly started to lift, and it felt like we had reached a turning point. It wasn't perfect, but it was a step in the right direction. Months went by and life moved on. Chelsea and Kylie both had healthy babies, and I became an aunt, something I had been looking forward to for a long time. I couldn't deny the joy that came with welcoming these new little lives into the world. I was grateful for the chance to be a part of their lives, to shower them with love and affection, and to be the kind of aunt I had always hoped to be. Chelsea and I didn't talk about what happened much after that. There was no need to. We both knew the history, and we both knew the consequences of our actions. But the fact that things had settled down was enough. It was enough that we could all move forward without holding on to past mistakes. The entire situation had changed us, in some ways for the better. We had learned how to apologize, how to forgive, and how to accept the reality of our actions. It wasn't easy, but it was necessary. And as the time passed, the whole hand-me-down incident became nothing more than a funny story we laughed about during family gatherings. What had once been a source of frustration and anger now felt like just another chapter in the ongoing story of our lives. It was no longer something that weighs us down. It was something we could all look back on and laugh about, a reminder of how far we had come. Now life had returned to normal, quiet, peaceful, and filled with moments of joy. The lessons we had learned from that experience had stayed with us, and I was grateful for the way things had worked out in the end. But even more than that, I was grateful for the way it had brought our family closer together. It had been a test of patience, forgiveness, and understanding. But we had come through it stronger, and now with the babies in the picture, everything seemed to have a renewed sense of purpose. We were no longer just dealing with the weight of old mistakes. We were focused on building something positive together. Thank you for watching and listening. We hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Also, feel free to leave a comment about what you thought of the story. We look forward to seeing you at the next story.
Angie, we need to talk.
Oh, hey, look who finally decided to text me. I was starting to wonder if you'd completely forgotten about me. You still stuck in Singapore, or did they finally let you out of the boardroom?
Angie, I'm not in the mood for small talk right now. I've been trying to reach you for weeks. Why haven't you gone to see Molly?
I don't understand the tone here. Is something wrong with Molly? I mean, no one said anything urgent. I figured she was doing okay.
She's been in the hospital for the last 10 days. Not once have you visited, not even a phone call to check on her. My grandmother, who's 82 by the way, is the only person who's been showing up.
Wait, she's been in the hospital for 10 days? How is that possible? I thought she was just sick with a cold or something. And your grandma's been there? Oh, wow. I didn't think she could still get around like that. She's honestly healthier than half the people I work with. Good for her.
Good for her? That's what you have to say right now? You're her mother, Angie. It's your job to be by her side, not my elderly grandmother's. This isn't some good exercise opportunity for an old woman. This is your child needing her mom.
Okay, calm down. You don't need to go nuclear on me. I didn't mean to disappear. I've just been slammed with work. Everything hit at once, and I've barely had time to breathe. You know how it gets.
No, Angie, I don't know how it gets. Because even when I'm working 12-hour days in a foreign country, I still find time to call. I still find time to text. You, on the other hand, haven't responded to anything.
I wasn't trying to ignore you. I just knew you'd react like this. You always make me out to be the villain the second something goes wrong. I didn't visit yet, sure, but I figured your grandma had things covered.
You figured a great-grandmother could shoulder the entire burden of caring for a hospitalized child while you, caught up on work emails and Netflix? Do you even know what room Molly's in, which hospital, what she's been diagnosed with? Tell me, Angie, prove to me that you even know where she is.
Look, I've just been overwhelmed, okay? I've got reports to file, clients to chase down, people depending on me. And honestly, your grandma loves that kid like her own. I figured it was fine. I mean, Molly's getting better, right?
She had a respiratory infection that turned into pneumonia. She's 7 years old. She was scared, alone, asking where her mother was. And all I could say was, she's busy, because that's all I had. Do you know how hard it was to look her in the eyes and say that?
Don't pretend like you're innocent here. You haven't been around either. You ran off to Singapore and left us here. Maybe if you'd stayed, this wouldn't have happened.
I went to Singapore to support this family. I told you months in advance, and I told you I didn't want to go without you and Molly. You're the one who said it's just a few months, not worth uprooting our lives. But apparently abandoning our daughter for 10 days was less disruptive than just coming with me.
Wait, are you saying you're back now? Like, back in the country? Since when?
I got back this morning. I've been trying for weeks to get approval to work remotely, and I finally convinced them to let me return. I flew straight back. I didn't even go home. I went to see Molly first. She broke down crying the second she saw me.
You didn't tell me you were coming back. That feels kind of, I don't know, secretive. Like you didn't want me to know.
I didn't tell you because I honestly didn't think you'd care. Judging by the fact that you haven't even visited your own daughter, I was probably right.
Wow, that's harsh. I've just been going through a lot, okay? Emotionally, mentally. It hasn't been easy. You being gone that long, it really took a toll.
Yeah, well, I noticed something else while I was home. Your passport's missing from the safe. And when I checked our shared credit card account, because, shocker, I was paying bills, you weren't here. You were in Mexico, booking spa packages, romantic dinners, and resort shopping trips.
Okay, so you checked up on me. That's not weird at all. Super healthy marriage behavior.
Stop deflecting. I know where you are. I know what you're doing. All I want now is for you to be honest with me. Who are you with?
Fine, if you want the truth, here it is. I'm in Mexico with my boyfriend. We've been seeing each other for a while now. There, you got your answer. Happy?
You're in another country with another man while our daughter is lying in a hospital bed? How am I supposed to even process this? This is beyond the realm of ordinary cheating. You ran away from all your responsibilities as a wife and parent.
I didn't run away. I just found someone who actually appreciates me. Someone who sees me, listens, makes me feel like I matter. You've been gone for months, Max. What did you think was going to happen?
I thought you'd be there for Molly. I thought you'd remember what it means to be a parent. And instead, you left everything behind for money and palm trees.
You make it sound like I'm some shallow gold digger, but for the record, he makes over $200,000 a year, and he has $1 million in stocks. Real, actual wealth. I'm not stupid, Max. I upgraded.
You didn't upgrade, Angie. You sold out. You abandoned your child to chase someone else's bank account.
Oh, please, don't act like you wouldn't have done the same. You're just bitter because I found someone better. I finally get to relax, be pampered, eat 5-star food, and sleep in a room with a view. I don't miss the old life. I don't miss you.
Molly misses you. That should matter more than any view or stock portfolio, but clearly it doesn't.
Look, since you're home now, it actually works out perfectly. You can stay with Molly until she's discharged, and I can stay here with my boyfriend. Win-win, right? I get the break I need, and you get to be the hero dad.
Are you listening to yourself? You're acting like you're doing me a favor by abandoning your child. You left, Angie. You made that choice.
And I'm not sorry, not even a little. I deserve to be happy, and I'm finally getting that.
You know what? Enjoy it, because when that fantasy falls apart, and it will, don't expect to come crawling back. You gave up on us. Don't ask for anything in return.
Wow, you really are bitter. Don't worry, I won't ask for a thing. He's paying for everything: flights, room, food, clothes. I haven't used our credit card once since I bought a few things when he was in the spa. Unlike some people around here, I am not a burden.
You're a disgrace, Angie. A disgrace to motherhood, to marriage, and to basic human decency.
I think we're done here. This conversation is exhausting. Don't contact me until I'm back. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna make sure you don't talk to me. I'm blocking your number. I'm so sorry, Max. I can't even imagine how you're feeling right now.
Thanks, Mom. I'm still trying to wrap my head around everything. It's a lot. Too much, really.
I'm sure it is. How's Molly holding up? Is she doing okay?
She's doing better than yesterday. We watched a movie together in her room. She actually smiled a little. Just having someone there made all the difference.
Well, that makes me so happy to hear. Bless her little heart. And you, have you eaten? Slept at all?
Not really. I keep thinking about everything she said, everything she did. But if there's one thing I am sure of, I'm divorcing her. For good.
Good. That's the best decision you could possibly make, especially for Molly. She needs stability. That woman, she doesn't deserve to be in your life or hers.
Yeah, it's gonna be messy, but there's no going back now.
Did you tell her about the other thing? What you were planning before all this happened?
No, I was going to, but then everything blew up. Honestly, it's probably better she never finds out.
I think so too. She lost the right to know anything the moment she walked away. Anyway, your father and I were talking last night, and we had an idea. It might be a bit sudden, but hear me out. What if you moved your plans up?
Move them up? You mean now?
Yes, right now. Your dad's company just launched that new division, and they need someone capable, responsible, and respected. They need you, Max.
Wait, are you serious? You're offering me the spot now? Right in the middle of this mess?
We wouldn't be offering if we didn't think you could handle it. You're talented, Max, and strong, and maybe, just maybe, this is the right time to start over.
Wow. I mean, it's tempting, it really is. I've always wanted to do something more meaningful, but I didn't think it would come like this.
I know it's a lot, and I don't want you to feel pressured. You don't have to say yes, not right away. Right now, your priority is Molly and getting through this one day at a time.
Thanks, Mom. I appreciate that. I really do.
And just so you know, I ran this by your grandmother, and she seemed pretty excited about the whole thing.
Yeah, I'll bet she was.
She's already looking up Swiss bakeries and researching private schools over there. She's absolutely glowing about the idea.
Yeah, she cornered me about it this morning. Said, "You're not staying here and letting that woman drag you down, are you?" I think she's more fired up than I am.
No surprise there. But truly, Max, no pressure. Just, if you feel it's right, we'd love to have you on board.
I'll talk it over with Molly and with Grandma. I'll let you know soon, promise.
I expected. No fight, no whining, no last-minute conditions, just poof, freedom. Honestly, thank you. No child support, no asset disputes. You even took Molly off my hands like a gentleman. You made this so easy for me.
You're welcome. I figured the faster we got it done, the better. No need to prolong the inevitable.
Still, I thought you'd put up more of a fight, try to guilt me or beg me to come back or something. You always were a little sentimental underneath that whole tough guy act.
I thought about dragging it out, thought maybe it'd be good for you to feel what consequences actually look like. I had this whole courtroom fantasy lined up, me laying out every betrayal, every lie, you humiliated in front of a judge.
Ooh, spicy. That sounds like something from one of those legal dramas you used to watch. What changed your mind? Couldn't handle the idea of going toe-to-toe with my man in court? You looked him up, didn't you? You saw his income, his background, his connections. Admit it, you got scared.
You know what? Sure. Let's go with that. Let's pretend I was intimidated. Whatever makes you feel better.
So you're not even denying it. Wow, that's honestly hilarious. You couldn't compete, so you just bowed out. I respect it. I mean, you saved me so much paperwork.
You're free to think whatever you want, Angie. If believing you won some prize helps you sleep at night, great. But just for the record, I'm the one who walked away smiling.
Okay, sure. Keep telling yourself that while I'm sipping wine in a beachfront suite. I'm planning my next vacation as we speak. Oh, and we just hired a private chef. He does fusion cuisine. You'd love it.
That's nice. I hope you enjoyed the wine while it lasted.
Huh? What's that supposed to mean? You trying to be cryptic now?
Let's skip the word games. You wanted to be serious? Let's do it! Your boyfriend's company, the one funding your little luxury retreat, it's being investigated, and not quietly either.
Investigated? What the hell are you talking about? That's not possible. You're just making things up now.
Nope, not making anything up. Fraud, embezzlement, money laundering, tax evasion, you name it. And get this, there's even evidence of black market involvement. This isn't just some slap on the wrist audit, it's serious.
You're lying. There's no way. I'd know. He'd tell me.
Would he? You sure? Because my friend lives a block away from their headquarters. Yesterday he saw 8 unmarked cars pull up. Cops, investigators, financial crimes unit, the whole shebang. They carried out boxes of evidence, computers, files, hard drives. No one's saying a word, but everyone knows something's going down.
No, this can't be real. You're just saying this to scare me.
You're living in his house, right? Spending his money, wearing the things he buys you, posting from his yacht? That means you're part of the lifestyle, and maybe part of the investigation.
Max, please, tell me this isn't true. What if they come here?
I was thinking they might. That's why I sent all of your stuff to his address. I wanted to make sure the paperwork and everything else got to where you'd be. You're officially not my responsibility anymore.
Max, please, I didn't know. I swear I didn't. He never told me any of this. If I'd known, I never would have gotten involved.
You knew enough to leave your sick daughter behind without a second thought. You knew enough to laugh in my face while you flaunted a lifestyle you didn't earn, so don't come crying now.
You don't understand. I made a mistake, a huge mistake. Let me come back, please. I'll do better. I'll be better. I'll take care of Molly. I'll put her first. I'll be the mom she deserves. Just give me one more chance.
Molly's been out of the hospital for 2 months, Angie. 2 months, and you didn't even notice. You didn't ask, you didn't check. You were too busy living the dream. There's no coming back from that.
Don't say that. Please don't say that. I can change. I want to change. Just give me the chance.
You had your chance. You had 100 chances. You threw all of them away. So now you get to live with the consequences.
What about Molly? Doesn't she deserve her mom? Doesn't she deserve to have a family again?
She has one. Me, Grandma, and soon we're leaving.
Leaving? Where?
Switzerland. We're moving there for work. It's already arranged. Molly's excited. Grandma's packed. Our new life starts the second your boyfriend gets arrested.
You sold the house, didn't you? You really meant it. You're going.
It's already sold. Deal closed last week. The money's in the account. The tickets are booked. We're done here.
My family, they'll stop you. They'll never let you take Molly away.
Your parents already know. They're the ones who suggested I leave. They said, and I quote, "We want nothing to do with a woman who would throw away a good man for a criminal."
No, they wouldn't. They're all I have left.
Not anymore. You threw that away too.
What am I supposed to do now? Where do I go? Who do I turn to?
That's not my concern. I've spent enough of my life trying to protect you from yourself. Now you get to do it alone.
You are heartless. You always were. You just waited for a chance to make me suffer. You wanted this.
You were my
Well, that was surreal. Sitting across from you like that, all official and serious. I kept thinking, is that really my big sister? You even had a clipboard. So fancy. It's completely standard. We're required to take notes during every interview. But yes, it was strange for me too. Seeing your name on the schedule this morning was a surprise. I had no idea you'd even moved back to the area. Oh, yeah, I didn't really tell anyone. I kind of wanted to figure things out on my own first, you know. And then I saw the job posting and thought, hey, why not? It's a good company, and you're here, so how bad can it be? The position only just opened up. The last person left unexpectedly. So they wanted someone who could start quickly and handle the role without a long onboarding process. Right. Jump in and go. You said that during the interview. Don't worry, I totally get it. You need someone capable, reliable, ideally someone with a degree. I said someone capable. The rest is for HR to decide. The interview portion is done. The next step is the skills test. Oh, that. Yeah, you mentioned that too. Ugh, do I really have to take it? I mean, you know I've got the background. I went to college. I mean, it's kind of silly, don't you think? A skills test. I already went to college, Nora. 4 years. Isn't that, like, the ultimate test? It's company policy. Every applicant takes it, regardless of education. The interview measures communication and mindset. The test evaluates the technical side. Oh, come on. I'm your sister. You know I've got this. Can't you just mark me down as passed or give me a little boost? I mean, who's gonna know? I can't, and even if I could, I wouldn't. It wouldn't be fair to the other candidates. And for the record, I don't oversee the scoring. I'm only involved in the interview portion. That's because you're not qualified to grade it, right? I mean, no offense or anything. It's just, like, you didn't finish school, so they probably don't let you do that part. That's not how it works, and you don't need to worry about what I'm qualified for. You just need to focus on the test. Okay, no need to get touchy. I was just making an observation. No need to take it personally. You know, you've always been kind of rigid. Like, ever since we were kids, rules. Meanwhile, I'm over here just trying to make things easier for both of us. Easier isn't always the same as right. If you want the job, you'll take the test like everyone else. That's how we do things here. Right, everyone else. Sure, even though you know I could do this job in my sleep. I'm not questioning your potential, Shelley. I'm asking you to follow the process. That's how this company works. You either meet the standard or you don't. Well, if you're not going to give me a pass on the test, I might have to come up with a plan B. Plan B? Shelley, what are you planning? Please don't go and do anything inappropriate or stupid or illegal. I want you to succeed, Shelley. I just want you to do it honestly. That's all. Geez, lighten up, will you? I'm just saying. I need to figure out some way to pass the skills test. That's all. Anyway, I should head to the test site before I'm late. Not that I need it, but rules are rules, right? Don't worry, I've got everything under control, and I don't have any more time to waste with you, so bye-bye! Guess what? I got the job! HR called this morning, said I did amazing on the test. They even used the word exceptional. Like, hello? Of course I did. I told you I was overqualified. You're serious? You passed the skills test? Wow, okay, that's not what I expected to hear today. I'm genuinely curious what HR was thinking. Wow, so no congratulations? Just doubt? Geez, Nora, I know you're not the cheerleader type, but still, try to act like you're happy for me. Just a little. It's not that I'm not happy you found the job, but yes, I'm shocked. I mean, we both know you've never exactly been the tech-savvy one in the family. The last time I watched you try to send an email, it took you 20 minutes to figure out where the compose button was. Oh my gosh, that was years ago. Stop living in the past. People change, Nora. I'm not the same clueless little sister anymore. Time moves on, you know. Honestly, Nora, you sound like you wanted me to fail. That's kind of mean, even for you. I didn't want you to fail, Shelley. I just didn't think you'd pass. There's a difference. You've never been interested in learning this kind of stuff. The fact that you suddenly aced a test full of technical knowledge and system logic, it's odd. It's called growth. Look it up. People change. Skills can be learned. Maybe I've been brushing up behind the scenes. Ever think of that? Really? Since when? You literally called me last year to ask how to convert a Word doc to a PDF. And now you're passing mid-level software tasks with no problem? Come on, Shelley, it doesn't add up. Okay, wow, you really think I'm that helpless, don't you? I said I passed. I didn't say I hacked into the Pentagon. You need to chill. It's just a job, not a covert operation. Fine, look, if you really did pass fair and square, then good. As long as you can actually do the work, that's all that matters. Good, because I'm not planning to just do the work. I start next week, and I'm already making moves. Different department, obviously, thank goodness. It would have been way too weird reporting to my dropout sister. We wouldn't have worked in the same chain anyway. Different teams, different functions. And you can relax. I have no interest in pretending we're sisters here. Oh, good, because I feel exactly the same way. Seriously, do not tell anyone we're related. Just the fact that you're my sister is bad enough. I don't want anyone else knowing. I mean, you're doing fine for yourself, I guess, but let's be honest, telling people my sister's a high school dropout isn't exactly the best look. Thanks for the reminder. Really uplifting. Though now that you're suddenly into moving up the ladder, maybe you'll learn not to burn bridges your first week. Speaking of that, don't take it personally, but I do plan on rising through the ranks fast. Like, really fast. Faster than you did. I've got a 4-year degree and a killer sense of style. It's inevitable. First step, prove I'm the better employee. Second step, fire you. Fire me? That's not how it works. You don't just show up, declare yourself queen, and start handing out pink slips. Especially not to someone who's been here for years and actually earned their way up. Oh, come on, don't be so dramatic. I'm just saying I've got goals, big ones. And by the way, I heard you started out at, what, $24,000 a year? That true? It was years ago. Starting salaries were lower then, especially for entry-level roles. $24,000? Wow, that's honestly kind of depressing. See, I'm aiming way higher than that, triple at least. I want to start at 72, minimum. 72,000 for an entry-level position? That's not how corporate pay scales work. Why not? If they gave that much to a high school dropout, surely a college grad like me deserves triple. It's just logic, a simple math, really. There you go again with the high school dropout thing. I've been meaning to talk to you about that. Oh God, I love talking about that. I'll never forget the day Mom and Dad told you that they weren't going to pay for your lunches anymore. And then the day they told you that they weren't going to drive you to school either. You would have to walk all the way by yourself. It's your own fault for being such a loser. You know what you were saying earlier about how a lot can happen in 10 years? Well, 10 years have gone by for me, too. You remember when I left home, right? Sure, you left a note on the kitchen table and vanished. No one even knew where you went, and we didn't really care either. I moved in with Aunt Mandy. Aunt who? Mandy, Mom's younger sister. We have an Aunt Mandy? Since when? Since always. I guess you've never met her, though. She saw what was happening, how our parents treated me. She tried to talk to them, set things straight. It turned into a screaming match and nearly ended with police involvement. After that, she and our parents stopped talking to each other entirely. Huh. So two losers found each other. Makes sense. Why do you assume she's a loser? Because she stood up for me and they didn't listen? You really think winning means treating someone like garbage and getting away with it? I mean, after that, they had a fight. Aunt Mandy was the one who walked away, right? Sounds like Mom and Dad won. Anyway, let's get back on topic. You keep calling me a high school dropout like it's a fact. It's not. I got my GED while living with Aunt Mandy. Then I went to a vocational school and earned my certifications. After that, I started working here, worked my way up, every promotion, every pay raise. I earned it. So that means you're not actually a dropout? No, I'm not. I didn't walk across a stage in a cap and gown, but I got my education, just in a different way. Huh. Well, good for you, I guess. Still, I mean, come on, a 4-year university degree is still more impressive. I did papers, group projects. I had professors that really liked me. That means way more than your stupid easy mode college. Knock it off. Knock off what? I'm just stating the obvious. No, you're looking down on people just because their path wasn't yours. Not every high school dropout is a failure. A lot of them go on to do incredible things. And others had circumstances you can't even begin to understand. You need to take that into account. Okay, now you're getting preachy. I didn't come here for a life lesson, Nora. I came here to start a job. And I'm telling you this because you're about to start working with real people. People with different backgrounds, some with degrees, some without, some who struggled just to get here. If you walk around with that attitude, you're going to burn bridges faster than you can build them. Yeah, everyone has a story. Respect the journey, blah, blah, blah. Are you done? I'm serious, Shelley. This stuff matters. You can't go into a workplace thinking you're better than everyone else. It won't end well. I think I'll be just fine. You don't need to worry about me. I know how to play nice. I just also happen to know I'm pretty great. Is that such a crime? There is a difference between confidence and arrogance, and right now, you're not on the right side of it. Just be careful. That's all I'm saying. Wow, I forgot how exhausting you can be when you get like this. You've always had this weird thing where you act calm, but you're actually judging me super hard the entire time. It's honestly kind of impressive. I'm not judging you. I'm trying to help you not walk face first into disaster of your own making. Well, thanks for the wisdom. I'm sure I'll treasure it forever. But I've got my own plans, my own goals, and I don't need a lecture. It's not a lecture, it's a warning. This place expects results. Show them you're serious, and you might actually do well here. Duh, that's the plan. I've got ambition, style, a degree, and charm. You think I'm not gonna kill it? I'm gonna do just fine, Nora, with or without your approval. Good luck, Shelley. I mean it. You're going to need it. Yeah, we'll see who's congratulating who by the end of this quarter. Later, big sis! my first paycheck and it's only $1,537.44. That's not even close to what I was expecting. I was thinking at least $2,500. This is not enough. Shelly, I tried to tell you. You're in an entry-level position. No one makes that kind of money at the start. But I'm a college grad. Doesn't that mean anything around here? This place is seriously messed up. I'm going to give HR a piece of my mind. You should honestly be glad you're getting anything. Glad? For what? Being underpaid? This is insulting. I have a degree. I went to college. I am worth way more than $1,500 every 2 weeks. About that, I did a little checking just to clear something up, and it turns out you're not actually a college grad. What? What are you even talking about? Of course I am. My resume says so. I know it does. That's what made me curious. So I talked to a few people, names you'd probably recognize. Tom and Joe from HR, Tucker and Scott from IT. Huh? What do they have to do with anything? What would you be talking to those guys for? Because Scott's engaged to Joan. You remember Joan from legal? Her dad sits on the board of directors. Oh no. Yeah, you might want to sit down for this next part. Scott was on track to lead the entire IT department someday. Brilliant guy, clean record, company favorite. But then the weirdest thing happened. Even with all his talent, potential, and status as a rising star in the company, he resigned. Yesterday. And do you know why? I have no idea. Nope, I couldn't tell you. You waited for Scott after the skills test. You put the moves on him, asked him out for drinks, got him plastered, then you slept with him. And after that, you blackmailed him. You told him to pass you or you'd go to Joan. That's not how it happened. Really, because he confessed to everything. To Joan and to her father. That's why he resigned. He couldn't live with the guilt anymore. And once he cracked, we started digging. Wait, what do you mean digging? What else did you find? We reviewed your hiring records, interview scores, testing logs, access logs, all of it. Turns out, Scott wasn't the only one. No way. Oh, this can't be happening. Oh, but it is. You pulled the same stunt with Tom and Joe from HR. Both gave you perfect scores. Isn't that strange? One of your interviewers gave you a 30, the other's perfect hundreds. They played dumb at first and said it was a coincidence until we showed them what Scott admitted. Oh, and you didn't stop there. Yes, I did. I swear to God, that's all I did. You kept pressuring Scott after you got hired. You had him doing all your work for you. And when he started pulling back, you moved on to Tucker. Another IT staffer, another target, same playbook. Tom, Joe, and Tucker will all be facing disciplinary action. Could be suspension, could be termination. That's HR's call. But you? There's no debate about what's coming for you. Don't tell me. I'm gonna get fired. Are you serious? Why me? You orchestrated the biggest hiring scandal this company has ever seen. Do you seriously think you could blackmail 4 employees across 2 different departments and just walk away from it? I didn't think I'd get caught. And yet, here we are. You did get caught, and now you're in trouble. Big trouble. Okay, wait. Maybe we're overreacting here. Can't we just call it a misunderstanding and move on? I mean, nobody's really hurt, right? Shelly, Scott resigned. Joan was humiliated. Her dad is furious. You used sex and blackmail to manipulate people into doing your work for you. That's not a misunderstanding. That's predatory. But I need this job. I didn't think it would blow up like this. You'll be officially terminated tomorrow. Your badge has already been deactivated. And if I were you, I wouldn't show up to the building again. Ever. Nora, no, you can't do this to me. You don't understand. I wouldn't be able to pay my rent at this rate. If I don't get this job, I don't know what I'll do. Please, can't we talk about this? Nora, are you there? Nora, please. After everything blew up, I decided to reach out to our parents. For the first time in 10 years, I figured maybe they'd want to know what happened, or at least hear it from me. That's when I found out they'd kicked Shelly out a year ago. They didn't even seem surprised, just tired. Apparently 3 years ago, she had an affair with a married man and wrecked his home. A year after that, she did it again with someone else's husband. Even as much as my parents spoiled her, now she was starting to be a threat to their own reputations, so they promptly and unceremoniously kicked her out of the house. Then she spiraled. She bounced from guy to guy for months, cheating on each one with the next. Word got around, as it always does. Now she's infamous, the kind of name you hear in whispers followed by, "Don't go near her, nobody wants to be next." She was desperate, needed a job, and in her mind, if someone like me, her older sister, the so-called high school dropout, could make it here, then she could too. She'd just lie her way in, flash a few smiles, and force the world to hand her all her demands on a silver platter. It's about time she learned that the world isn't such a convenient place, especially when you're as stupid as she is.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.